YouTube. Listen, family, I want to get you guys prepared for next week. Feel free to let me know how you finished this week. I hope you guys end it with a bang because Friday sets the standard. But what I want to put on you guys for this upcoming week is this right here. Number one, Monday the market is closed. So please know that you'll have a 4-day week because of Memorial Day holiday. But on top of that, you need to crush it beginning Tuesday morning through Friday. But this is how you'll do it. We had a crash today that tanked the market when Trump came out and talked about tariffs on Apple and the EU. That pushed stocks down. You need to see the opportunity and everything. What it did is push stocks down. This is what we call a pullback, actually. It pushed stocks down to a level that made them in their ideal buy zone. So they're going to already be in buy zone territory if you were to get them now, but you're thinking about a week and 2 weeks out. Let me know if that's understood, okay? So you're not looking necessarily for the move today, even though it could still happen by the end of the day. But you're looking for it to, between today and Tuesday, around this level and possibly a little lower. If you get a little bit lower, you're going to be such in a sweet spot that everybody that missed this rally, that everybody that missed this run up, particularly Wall Street, they the ones that need to do all of this jucking and jiving, okay? They need to do this to get in the market because they're too scared. They're on the sidelines. They're missing all the moves. So this pullback gives them another chance to get in again for the closing of the month for the last little ditch. So I'm going to talk about some things right now that I want on your radar, and I want to review a couple things that we should be looking at. Okay, check out gold. I want to shout out the money team. If you were part of the money team this week, whenever there's uncertainty in the market, I put gold on the money team because it does this, okay? You have to know what to be in based on what the market is doing. So I need all you guys to make sure you're watching CNBC. Make sure you're looking at the news and keeping up with breaking news like EU getting placed tariffs on it or Apple. Like, you need to know that because Apple was a winner with puts this week to the downside, but it pushed it to the level where calls are going to print for next week. But you have to know that, but the news will tell you that. But gold don't care about none of that. If they want to mess around in the market, you're going to get these kind of moves. We bought gold at we bought gold this week at I want to say it was 292 or 296. It was somewhere in this area right here if you on the money team. And this is how you change people's lives, by making sure you are at least giving them the potential plays. Now it's on them to choose the right ones, but potential plays that could do wonders for them in their situation, okay? Gold is one of those ones. So look, if it's up this high, check this out. If gold is up, the S&P 500 is down, SPY. So look at this. It can pull back from 309 to 303. But then that just simply means that the SPY, check this out. The SPY will then, look at the SPY is down. The SPY got to rise, and it's going to go all the way up here to around 585. So you see the invert, it's a chain reaction. If this is up, this is down. Then when this comes down, this goes up. Let me know if that's understood, guys. You could be making a killing just off understanding the inverse relationship that gold and SPY has. So if ever the market is down, this is why Coach said, watch CNBC, because if the market is down, the NASDAQ is the market. The SPY, S&P 500 is the market. If that is down, gold is going to go up. So if you know that, if you can wake up before you go to work, like, man, what is the market doing? Or do what Coach say. What we doing today? That's the only question I ask. I wake up in the morning, I do my devotion, go work out, get ready for the stock market. I put the TV on CNBC and I look at the charts. Between the two, all I simply say is what we doing today. All that simply means is we going up or down. If the market is going down, gold is going up. Keep it simple around here, okay? I want you guys to know that the 100K is so attainable if you just learn to block out the noise, quit trying to be too deep, quit trying to be too complex, keep it simple. So the SPY going to go all the way back up, and then gold should come all the way back down. And then when the SPY ready to cool off and come back down, gold will go back up. Let me know if that makes sense. You can achieve all your financial goals by knowing the inverse relationship of these two. All right, so now on to what's going to get busy for next week. They done already pulled it back to, let's see this level, 128. Perfect. This is the perfect setup for this to go back to 135, 137, and hopefully they have earnings and they get the love that they should get, and then boom, off to the races. But even from here to 135 can change your life. I told you, around here, coach only need a $5 moves to help you do what you need to do for your situation. If you get your entry right, look at this. If you get your entry right, say you got 128, even if you didn't get 128, you got 129, and it go back to 135, which is that's the price we're going to, that's a little over $5. The entry is everything. Don't try to just get in willy-nilly and think you're going to get a $5 move. You know, it matters where your entry is at, okay? So I need you to know and understand that. But Nvidia will have earnings next week, and they should dominate, and that might also be the thing that takes the market and everything goes back to all-time highs. Mind you, this is a caveat though, barring nothing else comes out from this administration. They crushed the market today. We was going to go crazy today to the upside. Now we're stuck at the lows of day just due to the tariffs on the EU and Apple. Okay, that negative sentiment, you know what I'm saying, was a reason for them to keep the market suppressed. What else, Coach, got for you guys? Uber. So Uber already showing you the move. When the stock go down like this is what Nvidia did. This is what the SPY did. Boom. It went to 85 on Uber, but now it's already making its way back to 88. The goal for this is 90, then 92. Life changing if you can get it. So when it's low, when they crash the market and do stuff like put it down here, you need to say at least 2 weeks out. 1 month will be ideal for you to get it low, knowing we're going to bounce back, recover, and go higher, or at least retest the levels we fall from. That's what I'm teaching you guys about. That is only for quality companies. A penny stock might not recover. Okay, a poorly ran company might not recover, but the stuff I'm going to point out to you has a stronger likelihood of getting back to the number it fell from. So in this particular case, it was 88. So down here, I already knew when I saw 85, boom, I'm gonna buy 100 contracts because it's going at least back to 88. We at 87.91. We are 9 cents away. I don't got to be greedy. I can close this position and get up out of there, put my feet up for Friday. All right, what else, Coach got? Apple, look at this. See this? Look at this. They fell from a cliff, 201. Shout out to everybody did puts in this week that was on the money team. We had this as a put play this week. But it came down here to 193, made a double bottom, 193. Boom. Look at this move. Double bottom equals, it's telling us it's going up. A lot of time. So look, you see this long boom boom right here, this 720 all the way down to 730. That's called thin structure. Whenever it's thin like that, it's gonna recoup that whole move. So that's already telling us we're going back to 201.58 from here. What did I say? $5 will change your life. If you know these things and you keep the game simple and you have time, because you can't just get in right now and then the market expires today at 4 o'clock and then think it's going to hit. You have to have time. You have to anticipate, okay? That's what a lot of this comes down to, all right? So Trump threatened them with a 25% tariff, and that's what got them down. And they'll thug it out. They'll stay moving slow, come back down to where they're going to come back down to. They'll come back down to 195, and they'll just keep 195 to 197 until it go all the way back to 200, like I said, okay? And what else? UNH. Now, this is giving us a great buying opportunity. I told you guys, don't touch it at 318, but this is going to come down, okay? And I told you 285 or 260 would be ideal, okay? 285 or 260 would be ideal. And you get it 3 months or 6 months out. Let me know if that piece is understood. I don't want you guys thinking, oh, UNH is down. I don't care nothing about that. The lower you get it, the more money you make when it go up. If you impatient, if you buying high, if you buying in the 300s and $20 level, that ain't what we discuss. You need to get it when it's down here. Okay, 285 would be your ideal target. Lower than that is even better. Write this down in the comments. Lower is better. Buy low, because lower is better when you talking a return on your investment, okay? So coach just wanted to put that on you guys and make sure a few of these plays are on your radar for next week, okay? That's what all of this is about. It's about next week. It's about posturing and positioning yourself based on what they're giving you right now. It's a chance for you to do something with it for next week. Okay, now UNH is a little longer term play. That's 3 to 6 months out. Everybody say UNH equals 3 to 6 months. We don't want nobody in the comments thinking that this is popping next week. No, this is about getting in position. So don't blow your whole budget when it's at 320. You want to have maybe one contract up there, 5 contracts here, and then another 5 contracts if you come to coaches ideal levels. Let me know that makes sense, and then boom, you take it higher, okay? But listen, man, phenomenal job this week. Coach just want to get on here to finish out another phenomenal week in the market. Say major salute to those of you that's been getting busy and making money in both directions, okay? But listen, we don't rest on our laurels. We got to be prepared to run it back next week, because I want to see you guys get 1% better. Whatever you need to improve for next week, write that down. Come in with a game plan for how we're going to do better. If that was overstaying your welcome, if that was holding your winners too short and holding your losers too long, whatever it was, we need to work it out, okay? But listen, man, we make videos every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stocks. Use my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. 2025 is a year that isn't about waiting. It's about taking action. There's no mercy in the market. You're competing against 99% of the retail traders, hedge funds, and the big dogs out there. To win, you need a hidden edge, an unfair advantage. You need information fast so you can act fast. Sometimes life gets in the way. Maybe you're busy with work, with family, or it's your child's birthday, and you just want to spend the whole day with them. You might not have time to study charts or do a full market analysis. That's where we come in. Sometimes you need someone to do the work for you and tell you exactly what moves to make. Or maybe you just want more smart trade ideas. She almost made $1,000, $759. Let's go, Ella. This week total alone is $2,257 for $13,732. He's up 8%. Wall Street only do 8% in 12 months. Joined the money team last week, and this week I've gotten back up to 15. The money team email is right on point, and they're showing what you've been putting down on the videos. Much easier to follow and understand. Inside the money team, we don't wait, we act. Every week you'll get 2 powerful option plays sent straight to your email inbox. Just open, read, and act. I'm Chris Sane, and I live and breathe in the stock market. With over 10 years of experience, I'll guide you every week with moves that matter. Stock market is more volatile than ever, so ask yourself, are you going to enter the market with speed and a plan, or keep guessing and watch your trades hit stop losses? Type chrissane.com/themoneyteam into your Chrome and start making moves, not excuses.